Gotcha Sports. We are back. Happy Memorial Day. That's already passed. Carrie, how was your holiday weekend?
It was great. Had a buddy in town from California. Um, One of the roommate's girlfriends was here this weekend. Had some fun times. Played some sand volleyball. Spent some time at the pool.
Ooh.
Went to the bars. It was a good weekend.
Sand volleyball, I think, is a very underrated and underappreciated option to have when you go to a bar.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't at a bar. It was just at our like local park. But we do
Well,
have a bar
okay.
here that does have it. We just we just haven't gone to it.
Yeah.
Um, but no, yeah, sand volleyball is very underrated. I think it's a sport that is a lot harder than people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, me being me, I'm cocky thinking that I'm a decent player, but I'm realistically
Yeah.
not that good. But no, it's a
Hey,
fun time, and it's nothing we took too seriously. We were just playing 2-on-2, so it was pretty tough on a big court
no,
to
true.
to really go back and forth too much. There were some pretty quick points.
That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
Memorial weekend is always a great weekend, especially in Indianapolis. You got the Indy 500 right now. The Pacers are in leading the series against the Knicks. The city is absolutely going bananas. Traffic is still absurd. It's still recovering the roads. I think we got 30% more potholes on all roads because of this weekend, but that's also just Indiana for you. But overall, good Memorial Day weekend here in Indianapolis. I felt old this weekend. It was really the first weekend that my fiance and I were in Indianapolis, and we did just house shit. We just got house stuff done. We decorate, or she planted flowers in the backyard. We got a rug. We got a couch. We finalized what our patio was going to look like. It was just an adult weekend. Money was spent, but it was also it's a type of money that you spend that kind of makes you feel good in a sense. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just stuff that you've been wanting to do, and it feels like the money didn't go to waste, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you're seeing the house come together now.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
good feeling.
it's a great feeling. Let my dog
Yeah.
out in the backyard. She's running around. I'm sitting on the couch watching her eat sticks. It's great.
Bringing them in the house, trying to play with them.
we do we do not. It is so funny. Her smile, my dog's smile, does get bigger. This sounds weird now, but the bigger the stick is, the bigger the smile she's got.
I'm the same way, brother. I don't blame her one bit.
I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her at all. But it was a good adulting weekend for your boy here in Indianapolis. But if it's your first time joining us, welcome. We are Gotcha Sports. Today's episode, we're kind of just gonna shoot the shit a little bit. I got my bachelor party this weekend in the Lake of the Ozarks. Random, I know, but Lake of the Ozarks. We might go into a little bit of sports. We're going to introduce a new segment called Bar Talk. Carrie will go into what that is a little bit later. We're going to do Immaculate Grid, try to go 9 for 9 MLB history. We've done that, what, 3 times now? Maybe 4 times on the podcast?
I think we got three
Three
for
times?
probably three out of 12, 3 out of 15ish. I don't know if we've quite done that many yet, but it's getting up there now.
Yeah, if we hit one more, Carrie, we might be Hall of Fame status. Man,
I know
close
we
to
might.
300 ish.
Yeah, that's failing is good.
Failing is good.
Three for
Fa-
10 is good.
3 for 10 is good. We are going to bring back Would You Rather, and then, of course, the best bet. But, Carrie, bachelor party this weekend. Getting all the fellas together. What, half the people haven't met each other yet, you'd say?
Uh,
About maybe a little over half have met each other?
Probably, or they met him one time, and chances are they were under the influence then, so they don't even remember him anyways.
Well, yeah, bringing high school friends and college friends together for one weekend, it's going to be an interesting dynamic. But I'm pumped, dude. The Lake of the Ozarks, weird choice. I'm a lake guy. I just like being out in nature. The water's right there. You got bars all around, golf courses. It's going to be a good weekend.
16 guys, one house.
What do you
could
think?
could get smelly, could
Yep.
get out of hand. I don't think it will, but
No.
it's
We
gonna
got a
it's gonna
smart
be a
group of
fun time.
lads.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
Maybe, yeah. No, it'll be a great time. It's I've definitely looked forward to this for a long time now, and I think just being on the lake is something I'm really looking forward to because obviously I don't get a ton of that being out in Arizona, at least the natural lakes.
You got no water out in Arizona, dude. There's
Yeah,
absolute zero water out
I
there.
got I got the man-made canal. There are a few lakes. We actually went to a lake a few weekends ago,
Oh, the
but
river tubing.
yeah, that was actually separate. River
Oh,
tubing is sick. Saw a ton
yeah.
of wild horses and stuff like that. But we went to a lake called Lake Saguaro, and it's really cool. I mean, it's only like a 45-minute drive. Um, the issue is there's so many there's not that many lakes within driving distance of us that lake is just absolutely packed. And
Right.
it's not like you got the biggest beachfront ever. Like very very limited space. Every
Yeah.
single spot in the sand is covered with people or their things, and like it's ventures into like, okay, we don't want to be too close to people, but you almost got to pick
Gotta
and
have to.
choose. Yeah,
Have
it's a good
you
time
have
though.
you have you ever been to a bachelor party?
No, this is my first one. I
This is my first one too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I even tell people that I really haven't been to a wedding before. I've had like three in my life. One was in Ireland for our neighbors. I didn't know anyone. Like it
You
was me and my
went to
sister,
Ireland for a wedding?
not for the wedding. I think me and my sister made a little graduation trip out of it, and it just worked out
Oh,
that it was one of the weekends we were there.
yeah.
But even then, like, so for example, I didn't know anyone there. It was very like low key. Another one was for my little cousin in Michigan City, and it was a good little wedding, but I think it was still a very different dynamic than what the Ireland wedding was, and same thing, just very small. It was good though. It was a great wedding. And then I went to one of my brother's friends in it was like on the Indiana Kentucky border, but I'm pretty sure it was in Kentucky. And just same thing. Like I knew them really well, but I knew like the family. I didn't know anyone outside of the family though. It was my first time meeting his now wife. Um, so I think it's going to be interesting for me to actually go to a wedding where I actually know the majority of the people, or at least recognize the majority of the people.
Yeah. Weddings are fun, dude. They're so fun. I
Yeah,
I love a good wedding. I've got my own this year, but I also have 6 or 7 others this year. So I'm gonna get a good taste of what wedding season is. College football season, I don't know
yeah,
if I'm gonna be doing much interaction with you this year.
yeah, yeah. I think I have two other weddings so far, and not it's not yours, but the two other ones do happen to be back to back weekends. So I'm still trying to work out whether I just stay home for a full week, try to get a full week of work off, or if I just bite the bullet and fly back to back weekends. But that kind of sounds like hell the more and more I think about it.
Did you ever did you think when after you graduated college, you got your first job, or you got any job, did you think that you'd be using your PTO for weddings? Because I didn't. When I started working, I was like, oh, I'm going to use my PTO and go on so many trips and this and that. And then you actually think about what you have going on that year. Not many of the PTO days are like just for me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I expected it to be used on maybe like a trip or two here and there. And then Christmas was the big one that I thought I would use it for. I will say I never once really kind of doubted moving out to Arizona before times like these, where I'm like, it'd be really convenient to live in the Midwest right now with
True.
two planned bachelor trips so far, three weddings. I obviously want to make it to all of them. I will make it to all the weddings, Bachelor trips are one of them's kind of up in the air right now, but it's just like more and more every single month is getting filled out, and I'm just trying to plan everything, and it's too much.
It's a lot, dude. It's a
Yeah,
lot. Not only just planning your travel, but financially planning. We live in a different world, Carrie. We live in something that I knew it was coming, but I didn't really know the extent of what that would be. It's a lot. It's a lot.
yeah. Like in my head right now, I'm gonna have these 3 weddings this year, and the next year I'm gonna have none, which I'm assuming that's not gonna be the case. But like,
I
just
can
in
tell
my
you right now,
head,
it's probably not going to be the case.
I know I've never had weddings in a year before. Now I got 3 of
Yeah.
them. So in my head, it's just like, all right, I'm getting my fix in this year, and then next year it's gonna all slow down, but it probably won't. But
You better knock on some wood if that's the case, dude.
if anyone's getting married in the future, and you want to do a Scottsdale bachelor party, I'm all for it. I already live here. That makes it easy on me. It'd be a great time. I can show you
I
around.
honestly, yeah, I don't know the answer to this question, but I feel like destination bachelor trips were more popular a couple of years ago than I think they are now. I could be wrong on that. That's just kind of what it seems like.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it just like it kind of depends on your situation too. Like for me personally, if I was to have a bachelor party right now, I would still realistically pinpoint it somewhere in the Midwest just because all my friends are there and that I know that would make it easy. Um, but plus, I don't know. Summertime Midwest is up there for me. You can't really beat that weather, especially when you can be on the lakes like yours is going to be on Lake the Ozarks. Like that simple type of bachelor party is something that I want. Like
Yeah.
Vegas Vegas really does nothing for me. It doesn't interest me as a bachelor party because I'm just going to be spending $1 million there, which is not how I see my ideal bachelor party, I guess.
No, I would agree with that. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do for my bachelor party, the biggest thing for me was I don't want to walk out of, and maybe this is the wrong mindset, but I didn't want to walk out of that weekend being like, yeah, it was fun, but now I have to go in like ultra money save mode
Yeah.
because I mean, I don't know, maybe that's the wrong way to think about it, but it's also like you have 3, 4, maybe 5 days. 5 days is a little excessive, but for a bachelor party or bachelor trip, but you have 3 or 4 days. I want to enjoy myself. I don't really want to have to worry about the whole financial aspect once we leave that 3 or 4 days. And so that's kind of where I was at when thinking about what did I want to do. And again, it could have been more cost efficient, but also at the same time, I feel like the type of person that I am, the type of person that I know you are, and a lot of my friends are, it's very much like we're not going out and doing all of these extravagant things. It's very much just going to be like a lake weekend, and those are
Right.
some of my favorite weekends.
Like I want to play cornhole, I want to play beer die. I want to
Yeah,
play the yard games, beer darts,
yeah,
stuff that like you do once or twice a year when you're with your good friends.
right. No, I agree. It's gonna be a good time. Lake of the Ozarks is an unfamiliar territory for me. I always hear great things about it. The show, The Ozarks, one of my favorite shows out there. Kind of where this stemmed from. Just looks gorgeous. Going to be able to golf. Going to be able to go to bars. Going to be able to play those yard games. Going to be able to be on the lake. Checked all my boxes, and I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I'm pumped. I understand I'm only working 2 days this week since we just had Memorial Day off on Monday. But let me tell you, today was slow. It was slow. It was a
I'm
lot of
sure
work.
tomorrow's probably going to be even worse, dude. Or I guess today's going to be even worse.
Yeah. I like the I think even last night and tonight, like sleep is not even a concern.
Sleep's not
There's
real, dude.
no. Like what once tomorrow morning hits and I'm at work, it's gonna be straight all gas, no brakes. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's literally just getting through tomorrow, and then bachelor party officially starts before I even land in St. Louis.
Yep.
My flight is
Yep.
at 5:30 a.m. and there will be an airport beer. There always is. There always will be.
Have do you know if airports? I didn't even know that they had beer available. at that time?
We're gonna find out.
Earliest flight ever?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever flown this early. Now that I think about it, there's definitely been some like 6 or 7 a.m. flights, but by then like the restaurants are up and moving. Like you can get a beer there, you can get a Bloody Mary, mimosa, whatever. Because I know I did that when I flew from. I had like a 5:30 or 6 a.m. flight out of Chicago to Nashville before I flew to Miami, and we sat down and got breakfast at Nashville, and I definitely had not a beer. What did I have? I had a dude. I don't even remember what it's called. I'm spacing out so hard. But the point is, there was alcohol being served.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie. Excited to get everybody together. Excited to win a golf match. Excited to win a cornhole tournament. Excited to win some beer dye. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Come on. It's honestly probably a good thing that Missouri doesn't allow sports betting, to be honest.
yeah. I can already see it. We would be in a group together, just being like, all right, what are we gonna
What do
cook
we
up
like?
here?
What do we
Yeah,
like?
and it would be the
No,
most absurd parlay of all time. That would probably hit, and we would be rich. But
true. Not wrong. Not wrong. But we will report back how this weekend goes. It's going to be a good time. Excited to get everybody together and hang out. But Carrie, let's introduce this new segment. Okay, take the floor. Take the floor.
all right, this new segment is called Bar Talk. I actually we were at the bar Saturday or Sunday night, I think actually, and it was like one a.m. maybe, and I texted Riley, I got a new segment, and next day, wake up, Riley texts me, what is it? I just completely space out. I have no clue what it was. I knew I texted him that. I knew I thought of something. I just couldn't remember what it was. But this segment is called Bar Talk, and
Yep.
maybe it's just the way my brain works. But when you find yourself at a bar, drunk enough, just talking to random people or like staring in the bathroom mirror, smiling at yourself for no reason, you
Yep.
always have these random thoughts in your head,
Yeah.
and it could be about, I don't know, the bartender, someone being belligerent, someone drunk, someone being, I don't know, just stupid. And
Yep.
I have a few in my head. One of them I'm not going to say. I just don't. It might be a little too much for our level of podcasting. But we go to this one place called Wasted Grain, and they are weirdly known for their live music. But it's not. It's not like it's all grunge, like pop punk from like the 2000s, which is like right up my alley.
Yeah.
And it is absurd. I've seen 5 different bands there probably sing and play. They can all sing, they can all play, they can all do whatever. So this band brings up, or after a song, brings up all the bachelorette, whoever's getting married in the bachelorette parties. Scottsdale's huge for bachelorette and bachelor parties. All the bachelorette uh, brides to be go up there. They give them a shout out. They play some song for them to all dance to, whatever. It's a good time. And then out of nowhere, this guy goes up there, and I found out that he was the bachelor to one of the bachelorettes. Like they were getting married. I don't know
Okay.
wedding talk. I don't know wedding talk. I haven't
You're
been
saying
there enough.
he was the groom?
Groom, yes, he was the
Got
groom.
it.
She was the bride.
Okay. All right.
And my thought in my head originally was what like in your what do you think of the bachelor bachelorette combined party?
I would say I don't think I have an issue with it. I would say, but with saying that, it would very much, for me personally, I would want to do something with my my guys, my buddies,
Right.
individually rather than everything be joined. I wouldn't mind like doing stuff throughout the day, all separate, and then getting together at night with the bachelorette party. I don't think I would
Yeah.
mind that, but in terms of a bachelor party or a bachelorette party, I think they do need to be separate, and then they can come together. But I personally would prefer them just to be separate.
Yeah. I agree with you basically with everything. If I were to ever do something like that, like let the guys go golf during the day, let them go
Yeah,
bar hopping, go boating, go river
river
floating,
tubing.
whatever.
Yeah,
The girls can hang out by the pool. They can go get brunch, do their own thing, come together at night. And which this brings me back to the story. And the guy obviously could have been in the wrong. Like an hour later, we just see the bride just like bitching at the groom. And
oh
we
no.
Yeah. So which he obviously could have been in the wrong. He could have done something really stupid or said something
Yeah,
stupid. I don't know the full story. But that's where in my head I was just like, I feel like you do the separate parties to avoid situations like that to where you don't
for sure.
have to even be in that situation. But like I said, I don't know what the guy did. It could have actually been
Yeah.
bad. But
Oh, it's also just an awkward situation for both, obviously the bride and groom, but for both their parties individually too. It's like,
right.
well, they're fighting, they left. Now what do we do? It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of just ruined the entire. I mean, you go on a bachelor party or you go on a bachelorette trip. There's not supposed to be negative vibes. That's
Right.
the whole point.
Right.
It's supposed to be positive. It's supposed to be goofy. It's supposed to just be something that you don't typically do with your friends. And then you add that mixture. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like a lot more can go wrong than can go right in a situation like that. So it's best to just take some time. Take some
Yeah.
time with your gals. Take some time with your dudes. You know,
Right. Yeah. I was on the same page and I just thought it was really interesting to me because in the back of my head for days now I'm just like I asked other people too. I was like, "What do you think of the combined bachelor bachelorette parties?" And I got very mixed things. The common answer was I know certain couples that could pull it off, but for the most part they should be separate.
yeah, I do think there are specific couples that can pull it off. I do agree with that.
Yeah. So
I do.
that's my final thought on everything. I think certain people are
Yeah,
able to pull it off. I think
yeah,
I think certain people should just keep it separate
for sure. When just going back to your story and live, are you a live music guy?
at this bar, yeah. And like
Would
okay, like places like Nashville, yes.
okay. Would you say like if you're rating a bar on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best bar ever, one being shitty, how much would a bar, if at all, go up if they had live music compared to like a DJ or just overhead music? Do you think it
Oh,
changes
way
the
more.
rating of the bar?
Oh yeah. Like this place we've gone on nights where there's been no live music and it's everyone's kind of just standing around. There's no one dancing, there's no one like singing the songs. But
Yeah.
when this place has like good live music, like everyone is in front of the stage, everyone's singing and like we saw it in Nashville. If you're a good live performer, you get the crowd involved in some ways and that's what
Oh
these guys
yeah.
were doing. And I think it is like an environment booster
Yeah.
because like
Would
majority
you
of bars, I feel like you just go around and stand and talk, and you got the occasional people that will go try to create conversations with new people, but otherwise it's
right.
not happening everywhere.
So would you say that the bar would go from like a rating of 6 to maybe an 8 because of the
Yeah,
live music? Get two or
I would
two
agree
or
with
three
that.
points, give or take.
Hmm.
Okay. I think that's accurate. I love live music. I prefer live music. I honestly think if a bar is at a 7 or an 8 without live music, that's a really good bar on my scale.
Yeah, yeah, I'd agree. I think if you're already at a 7 or an 8, I think even good live music makes it tough to go up maybe a 2 full points.
Yeah,
It's a benefit for sure just to be able to have that. I've also like I wonder what those people make on a given night. Like I'm sure whatever bar has them. Like, do you think they're paying the bar to play there? Or do you think the bar's paying them to play?
bar's paying them.
Okay, I didn't know if it was maybe a new band. If they were like, all right, we'll let you play here, but you guys got to pay. Like we've never had you here before. We're kind of banking on you guys actually being good. Like we've never seen you.
I'm sure some of the like newer, I guess, unknown. A lot of the bands that perform at those bars are pretty local, so they're locally known. So I would say if it's a newer band that nobody really knows of, maybe they're reaching out to the bar and be like, "Hey, we'll come perform here for free if you provide this, this, and this," or vice versa. But I think once they're established, it would be the bar asking them like, "Hey, come play, we'll pay you." But
Right.
I think overall, if it's an established local band, I think that the bar's probably paying them.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I figured. It was always in the back of my head though, like a bar is still taking a risk doing that because if the live
Yeah,
music's bad, I know plenty of people that would leave just to not
for
hear it
sure.
anymore.
For sure. It would be a huge gamble for the bar just to be like, "Yep, you guys can go ahead and play." Like
Yeah.
it would be a massive risk.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Do you think this is one of my favorite things and it's so minuscule compared to like what you should how you should rate a bar. This like doesn't really fall into this category because one, it's pretty rare. Um, one of my favorite things if I go to a new bar, never been to never been before, and I walk into the bathrooms and there's TVs in the bathrooms, that raises the rating of the bar a lot for me. And I'm only in the bathroom for like what, 30 seconds? But those 30 seconds, they got something rolling on that TV, a game that I'm interested in, or even like Sports Center or something. I'm a fan of that bar.
I don't know if the TV necessarily does it for me, but I have been in some bathrooms where they have some good music playing in the bathrooms. And it's,
Separate music from what's playing out in the bar.
yeah. Or it could be the same
Ooh.
music, but they have speakers in the bathroom and it kind
Yeah.
of just keeps the vibes high when you're going to the bathroom. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I would like that. I would like that. But I again, if there's a TV, if there's TVs in the bathroom and I walk in there and I'm probably in there for a minute rather than 30 seconds.
What I've always thought about this too. What was your first time walking into a bathroom and seeing like an actual attendant in there? And you're just like, were you just like, God, now I gotta tip this guy because he's
Uh
putting the soap in my hands and turning on the water faucet.
to be honest, if I don't even remember, but my where I'm sure my mindset was when I walked in, I'm just like, "Thanks, dude." Like, let's go.
Like
Give me that soap.
if I happen to have cash, like I'll drop a few dollar bills or like a $5 bill. It's very rare that I have cash on me, but like I'm not doing that. Pulling out my phone to scan your QR code and standing
Yeah.
in the bathroom until I send this to you. Like
No, I that's a lot.
I'm
That
not trying to be a
that's a lot.
dick. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
dick, but like I'm not doing that.
I there was one time when I was in Chicago and I walked into the bathroom and they had the attendant there and I was like, "Oh, I don't have any cash." He's like, "Oh, I take Venmo and Cash App and a similar thing like scan this QR code." And I pull out my phone and my phone's dead. And then I was just like, "Ah, shoot." It's like at that point am I walking to an ATM coming back to the bathroom to give this guy however much money cuz he gave me a paper towel? I don't know. That's
Yeah.
that's a stretch for me. I tried. I really did, dude. I tried, but it just didn't work
Yeah.
out this time.
Yeah, like I'm all for it, but that like even that stuff just gets me so anxious.
I will say though, no, I agree with you, but I will say when you walk into the bathroom and they have one of those attendants there with a table of goodies and you're just and then maybe it's just like a stick of gum and you're like, "Oh, that stick of gum sounds good right now. I can feel my steaky breath like I'm going to get that stick of gum." That is a good feeling having that option.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't know. I'm not a gum guy, so I've never really thought about
Fair.
that, but I
Yeah.
am intrigued. I am intrigued at the things I've seen in there before because it's just like they have a whole shelf worth of things in there, and it's just like, oh, I didn't know I could get that here.
It's crazy every time because I mean you don't really see that in Indianapolis, but like if I go back to Chicago or Nashville, the assortment that they got going on in that bathroom is it gets extensive every time I go. It started off you got maybe some chips, some gum. That's about it. Now they've expanded. They got hats. They got wireless chargers. They got AirPods. Like I don't know where
Yeah,
these guys are getting the money
they
from, but they got a good assortment.
They really know how to target the college kids too.
They they sure do. They sure do. That wraps up our bar talk. We are going to get into the Immaculate Grid. This episode, going to try to go 9 for 9. Let me share my screen here for those watching on YouTube. All right, Carrie, going 9 for 9. We got the San Francisco Giants up top, 2,000 plus career hits, all-star. And on the left side, we got the Boston Red Sox, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and 40 plus WAR career. All right, Carrie, what do you want to start with?
Barry Bonds, 40 plus WAR career.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, 1 for 1. 2,000 plus hits career, 40 plus WAR. I don't know. Hank Aaron, Ken Griffey, anybody,
Yeah.
any legend.
I'm cool with any of those.
All right, you want to do Ken Griffey?
Yeah.
2%. All right, all-star, 40 plus WAR career. Hank Aaron.
Yeah. Did Andrew McCutchen, who did he play for outside of the Pirates? Did he play for the Giants?
He did, didn't he?
He was Pirates, someone, then back to Pirates.
I think he might have played for the Giants. Did he play for the Phillies too?
Dude, I have no idea about that one. The San Francisco Giants are kind of ringing a bell. We can save that one, though.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking McCutch for 2,000 plus hits.
Yeah.
For the Pirates. But I don't know. I mean, you want to do Pirates All-Star Paul Skeens?
Yeah.
Knock that one out.
You can do Roberto.
All right, we're 4 for
2,000
4
hits.
Could do that.
I'm sure. McCutchen might even be there too, I guess.
Nah, I think McCutchen is over 2,000 hits, but I'm fine with Clemente.
Yeah.
%37. All right, five for 5. Red Sox All-Star Rafael Devers.
That works.
All right, 6 for only 3%. That's kind of shocking. 6 for 6 though.
Boston has
Red Sox,
now.
2,000 plus hits in their career.
Big
Ted
Papi.
Williams, Big Papi, Manny Ramirez,
Pedroia, maybe.
I think it's probably close, but I would think
I don't want to risk it, but
yeah, I think safe. Ted Williams, I think safe.
Big Papi.
Yeah.
Kevin Youkilis. I don't know if he reached 2,000. That was more of a joke, but
I don't know if he did either, but the guy did take a lot of walks.
Yeah. I would do Big Papi or Ted Williams. As long as you don't think Ted Williams played for the Giants either.
I honestly have no idea if he did. I wouldn't think so. The guy played for the Red Sox, went to fight in a war, and then I think went back to the Red Sox.
Yeah, I would just keep it safe then.
All right, we'll go Ted Williams. All right. I think McCutchen did play for the Pirates.
So do
or
I.
The Giants. Yeah.
Let's save it just in case. Let's try to figure out Boston and San Francisco.
Okay, Red Sox and Giants.
Did Jock Peterson ever play for Boston or no?
No, I don't think so.
San Francisco.
Red Sox, Boston. Giants. Red Sox. Giants.
Kenley Jansen ever throw for the Giants or no? I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either. God, I mean, these are two pretty
He ever a Giant?
I don't think so. These are two historic or at least have been around a long time, like 1883 and 1908.
Yeah, there's got to be some recent ones too, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Oh, you know who I just thought of for Pirates Giants?
Who?
Joey Bart.
Oh yeah, catcher, right?
Yeah.
If you know that one, use that one.
I know for a fact that he played for both.
Yeah, just do that then, because he's probably lower down than McCutcheon would be if McCutcheon did play for the Giants.
4%. Let's go.
5-year season. I guess he's still playing though, so
Yeah. he's still around. Red Sox Giants.
Johnny Cueto throw for either of those teams?
I don't
Was that
hate. I
not
don't hate that.
the Javi Baez? Was that not the Javi Baez home run in the bottom of the 8th in the playoffs
No, I
against
think
Johnny Cueto?
Johnny
Against the
Cueto pitched for the
Giants?
Giants. I just don't know if he pitched for the Red Sox.
I mean, he did jump around quite a bit.
True. I got a name for you. What's his name? Pablo Sandoval.
Sandoval,
He played for the Red Sox.
he definitely played for the Giants. He was their third baseman for their World Series team in like
Yeah.
2012 or 14 or something. He seems like a Red Sox type of player.
Yeah.
What about Wilmer Flores? Did he ever play for Boston?
I don't hate that guess either. I don't know. I'll
think
see a
he
lot of
played-
these that I can think of.
I know
I
he was a
just
Met.
don't.
He was on the Giants, or he's currently on the Giants. I know he played for the Mets because the Mets is when they thought he was getting traded mid-game and he started crying and he didn't get traded.
What about who was he played for the White Sox for a long time? Not a Paul Konerko.
Kevin Youkilis.
No. Przinsky.
AJ Przinsky.
AJ Przinsky. I know for a fact he played for the Giants. Did he play for the Red Sox? Maybe he didn't play for the Giants.
I don't know. I feel like he played with the White Sox for so long.
He actually might have been on the Pirates too.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot of names in my head that I know. I'm good with your
David
best
Ross.
guess here.
David Ross ever played for the Giants?
I don't know. I can't.
Probably
I
not
can't
because
confirm.
he played in Buster Posey's era or timeline.
I think we have some good names, or at least potential. Which one you want to go with? Because I don't know for sure on any of them.
Who we said? Johnny Cueto.
Johnny Cueto, Pablo Sandoval.
I think Pablo
Wilmer
Sandoval is probably
Flores.
the best guess.
You think so?
Yeah. In my head, that makes the most sense to me.
All right, let's run with it. Pablo. He played 14 years. Carry!
Let's go.
Boom! Rarity score 141. Not bad. All right, let's go.
That's huge. I was really unsure about that one. I bet he was the only one out of all the players we said, too.
All right, let's take a look at Orlando Cepeda. I mean, I wasn't gonna. I don't think we were ever getting there.
I know him.
Yeah, I do.
Guessing that one, though.
I do know him. I mean, I'm not seeing super well-known names. Bill Hall, Aaron Hill, maybe. I mean, I wasn't gonna pull that out.
I'm not getting that one.
Eduardo Nunez, like I'm not pulling that out.
I'll search.
Kevin Pillar. That's a I mean, that's a pretty big name in terms of outfield, but Cody Ross, Pablo Sandoval, there he is. Let's go. But all right, Carrie, 949 on the Immaculate grid. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good process of elimination there, Carrie.
Good start to the weekend too.
Yeah, good start to what's already been a great week. It's only going to get better from here. So good for us, Carrie. Let's get to Would You Rather.
All right, my would you rather. This one could be a long shot, could be obvious. I have no idea. Just came to the dome right now. But would you rather your calories not count for the things you drink or not count for the things you eat? They don't affect your body.
I mean, I drink a lot of water and Diet Coke, which have 0 calories. So I think I would.
And beer.
Yeah, but I mean, if my food doesn't count, it's just more room for the beer.
Right.
I would say food because I like more unhealthy food than I like unhealthy drinks. Granted, is Diet Coke the healthiest? I'm not naive. I'm not dumb. I know it's not healthy, but it's got 0 calories, so I'm gonna go with the food option. I would eat so much pizza;
fair.
it's unreal, dude.
I think I would just switch it because I mean you've seen what I usually eat every night.
Mush.
It has not changed. It hasn't changed for months. I think I eat relatively healthy enough.
You eat like a horse, dude.
Yeah, but I would not count my food calories. I think just because I was a huge pop kid growing up, and even now, if I do drink pop, it is not diet; it's regular.
Yeah.
But like I'm telling you, the amount of Coke I could easily drink in a day, if I knew I wasn't gonna get diabetes from it or just feel like garbage later at night, I'd probably do drink calories don't count.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair question. For me,
It definitely depends on the
yeah.
person. It varies person to person, but that's kind of how I think about it because I'm telling you, I would hammer pop all day if I could.
Why not? Why not?
Because those calories count. Sadly.
Okay. Well, if you drink Diet Coke, they don't. You just might get dementia when you're 42, but hey.
Dude, it may have started already. I don't know. I've noticed my memory is just not as strong as it used to be.
No.
Not by like any crazy terms, but a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's more of like selective remembering than I think you actually forgetting. Right. Which is totally fair.
There's definitely things that are just irrelevant at this point, which is why I don't.
Arenado home run. The Cardinals take the lead 5-4, baby.
I'm gonna check this cover.
Come on. I
just did that.
After giving it up.
Big threat. Playing a big threat at home right now.
Yeah, the Colorado Rockies. Let's go. Huge for the Redbirds.
Cubs are up 2-1.
Redbirds coming after a sweep of the Diamondbacks, losing game 1 to the Orioles in game 2 right now. By the time you're listening to this, Cardinals are probably up in game 3 and going to win another series. The birds are flying high.
Cubs up 2-1 right now. Can't complain. I don't know what the hell is going on with this baseball game.
Yes, Carrie, but I do think I would choose the food calories not to count.
No, I completely understand that. It's just in my head, I'm just like, what do I think is realistically hurting me more at the end of the day?
True.
And I think it's my drink calories.
Are you this is one just like food that I snack on that it's got a lot of fat, it's got a lot of calories, and if those calories didn't count, I could munch on them all day. Assorted nuts. Are you a nut guy?
Certain kind.
What kind?
Certain kind of nut I love.
You seem like a cashew type of guy.
You're thinking of the completely wrong type of nut, brother.
Oh.
But if we're talking about nut, cashews 100% are great.
Yeah.
But those are that's good fat for you, though.
No, for sure.
You don't want to go you just don't want to go overboard with them, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would get honey roasted nuts and not have a care in the world. I would shove so many of those in my mouth throughout the day. But I think nuts are a good snack.
There's some good trail mix.
Oh yeah, throw a couple of
Man,
raisins and
there's some good trail
M&Ms in
mix out
there. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, gas.
so good, dude. So that's another thing. Bar talk. If you go to a bar and they just got assorted nuts out there for you, little bar mix. Oh yeah, that'll give you a notch, a point or two on the bar scale for sure.
Yeah, I think Five Guys took their little run with peanuts a little too far when they just let you throw the shells on the floor.
Yeah,
but
that's a Logan Roadhouse maneuver. They can only claim that. If anybody else tries it, I'm not for it. It belongs to Logan.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's just a lot going on doing that.
True. A lot of cleanup. A lot of cleanup at night.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I would choose food though. But my would you rather go into a bar and not know the band and listen to live music, or would you rather have the opportunity when you do go to that bar to make a playlist that is played?
Oh God. I think I'm making my own playlist. I know every single song I want to hear.
Really?
At the bar at night. Yeah.
Interesting.
And obviously, we literally we were at the bar on Sunday night and we were like, it was like two guys were the singers, and we were like, what do you think the odds are of them playing Pink Pony Club? And they didn't play it. They go on intermission, say they'll be back soon, and we're just standing there. First song back is Pink Pony Club, and we were like,
yeah, yeah.
We were just we were juiced after that.
See,
it was a cool time.
I think part of the reason why I choose live music, I just do prefer live music, but part of the reason why I would choose is because you never know what's next. Whereas if you make your own playlist, like you at least have an idea, oh, it could be this one, it could be this one. But when you're at a bar and you're craving to hear that live band play that one song you have in mind and they just end up playing it, that's electric. Like when we were in Nashville and that happened and we walked downstairs and we were like, come on, just play it.
3 bars.
So we can leave. We just want to hear it and leave. And they played it. It was electric.
Yeah, that was the funniest moment ever. We were dead set on leaving. Said we weren't getting any more drinks. Nope. We were downstairs ready to leave. Yep. Pink Pony Club goes on, and someone rips their card out as fast as possible, and we all get
another round
for that song. We chug the beer, listen to that song, and then we leave.
Yeah, I think I would choose the live music solely because you never know. You never know what's next.
Yeah, that's fair. I respect that answer. I mean, part of me would take that too. I think it's just in my mindset when I'm drunk, I have like the greatest music selection of all time.
Yeah.
Which is not true, obviously.
No, I would give Carrie the aux for sure. I'd give you the aux.
Yeah. I think I got a good little mix. I'll throw some dad rock in there, some country, some punk 2000s.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. But Carrie, let's get to the best segment of every episode. And that is the best bet. There's 2 bets out there today. The people want to know. They've been itching. They've been itching to be on the train. We stopped people from coming on for a little bit, but we're all open. A lot of tickets left at the station.
Yeah.
Pick up yours today.
Yeah.
Carrie, you got one of the best bets. What is it?
I will be going with Brewers money line at home against the Red Sox. It's Brendan Bello,
Bayo,
some irrelevant guy from the Red Sox,
young buck,
against Peralta. Peralta's been a stud this year. Can't really go wrong with them. You can grab Brewers money line right now, I believe, at like minus 140, which with Peralta on the mound, I would say those are pretty good odds. I'm surprised they're not a little higher with him there. But I will be all over the Brewers.
Keeping it in the NL Central. Okay. I want the Brewers to lose every game, but I guess today I'm going to want them to win.
I mean, they're playing the Red Sox. You never know what you're getting
from either of those teams. You never know.
Yeah. And what's his nuts? I believe is still hurt.
Trevor Story. Or Bregman. Alex Bregman, sorry. Yeah.
Bregman. Yeah, I think he's still hurt too. So I mean, he's out of the lineup.
Yep, very true, very true. All good reasonings and all reasonings why I will be taking the Brewers money line today.
Yeah, but what else do you got to add on?
What I'm going to add to that is Tigers money line. They're facing the Giants. It's Job Day. Jackson Job. That guy may give up a lot of runs, but for whatever reason, when that guy's on the bump, the Tigers score 30, and I'm not going to be the guy that misses out on that opportunity, and I don't think you should be either, because Jackson Job may give up a lot of runs, but they like to hit for that man.
I don't believe he has a recorded loss this year either.
No, what's crazy, and his ERA is at like a 4.5, 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not that high, but
it's not horrible.
It's not great.
It's definitely not good.
It's not great. But the Tigers, for whatever reason, they back the boy Job. It's Job Day. Shout out to the guy listening to this right now that's smiling ear to ear. It's Job Day. It's Tigers money line. It's Brewers money line. That is best bet. 2 best bets. Not just one, but 2 best bets for the people to get the weekend right, to get this bachelor party started with a win. You're not going to want to miss out.
Yep. Go Tigers. Fuck the Brewers, but go Brewers.
Yep. Love that. Love that. If it's your first time joining us, appreciate you. We are Gotchasports. A little unconventional episode today. Had fun doing it, though. Go follow us on all of our socials. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, you name it. We got it. Carrie, that's all I got. We're signing out. Bachelor party this weekend. We'll report back the damage, the results, but excited for it.
You might see it on our faces the next video podcast we have.
Yeah,
so
very true.
Maybe you'll be able to see the damage yourself.
Very true. But Carrie, that's all I got. What do you got?
We got your sports.
Until next time.